No rest for the wicked. Ruud van Nistelrooy is going to want to prove a point, of course. As I said at the beginning of the show, in 1963, Manchester United defeated Leicester City 3-1 to win the FA Cup. 2 years later, Manchester United won the league. In 1968, Man United won the European Cup. And the point of this whole conversation is that when you win cups, it can be the spark that it can ignite the future. Now, I believe that if we win the Europa League this season, it can be our spark to ignite our future. We will find it more easier to sign players. With the players being in the Champions League, we'll find it more easier to attract players that otherwise wouldn't be attracted to us unless we throw money at them. That's the thing, isn't it? You know, so I'm looking at that. I'm looking at any hope at the moment, guys. I'm looking at any bit of positivity that can come. I can squeeze out of a stone. I'm going to be looking at, guys. I don't care if it's 60 years ago. I'm looking at it, guys, at the end of the day. But, you know, Man United, we've been through far worse adversities, guys, far worse adversities. And wait, the reason I bring in 1963 with Paddy Crerand and Dennis Law and players like that, the reason I bring in these things is because these people, these players are what epitomized Manchester United. They epitomized Manchester United from 1958 to the FA Cup in 1963, to the League Championship, you know what I mean, a couple of years later, to 1968 European Cup, 10 years later from the Munich disaster. That is what epitomizes what a Manchester United player is. That is where we come from, guys. That is our heritage. And none of those players on that pitch understand our heritage. We're talking about players like Dalot. Oh, but Dalot's playing on the wrong side. Dalot's playing on the wrong side. Dennis Irwin started as a right back. It was Alex Ferguson, Sir Alex Ferguson, who put him as a left back. And what happened to Dennis Irwin? He thrived. He took the opportunity and became one of the best fullbacks in the world, to the point people thought he was a left back when he wasn't. He's a right back. Now, we've got players moaning and making excuses. Player FC moaning and making excuses. We got to do better, guys. We got to do better. These players up here just don't have it. This is why they can turn up at the Etihad and win. This is why they could turn up at the Emirates with 10 men and the referee against us and win. This is why we can go toe-to-toe with Liverpool at Anfield and should have won. This is why, because their mentality is gone, is void. And that is not a Manchester United player for me. Absolutely not.